Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to PTI. I'm here with Jack Dyer, Nate Shemaluski, and Charlie Shortsleeve, and today we're going to be arguing who has the greatest wide receiver core in all of the National Football League. Jack, why don't you start it off for us?
So we know about the Rams and what they've done offensively, and I think we can all agree that that's due to their receiving core. They have the best rookie receiver last year, Puka Nacua, top 5 receiver in the NFL. He had one of the best playoff performances in all of the league last year, over 180 yards and a touchdown against a great Lions defense. And not to mention, they have Cooper Kupp. We all know what he can do when he's healthy and when he's living up to his potential. Because in the 2022 season, when they made the Super Bowl, he had the best season that a receiver has had, in my opinion. And when he's fully healthy and not having an injury-riddled season, I think they most definitely have the best receiving core.
Thank you for your take. Nate, how do you respond to that?
Well, in my opinion, I think it's the Seahawks. Maybe not the best top-end talent, but it's a very deep receiving core. They have DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and Jackson Smith and Jigba, who got overshadowed by Puka Nacua last year, but also had a very sneakily good rookie season for the Seahawks.
Charlie, you agree with them? Disagree?
Well, I think that it's easily the Miami Dolphins. You've got the leader in receiving yards last year, Tyreek Hill. He would have broken the NFL record for most receiving yards in the season if he didn't get injured in that Week 16 game. He had 1,800 yards receiving, and not to mention, you also have Jalen Waddle, who is over 1,000 receiving yards too, and another addition in OBJ, who, if you remember, in the Rams Super Bowl run where they went on to win against the Bengals, OBJ had 2 touchdowns in that Super Bowl, and before he got hurt. So OBJ is definitely not washed. He's still good, and even if he is, they still have Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, maybe the best wide receiver duo in NFL history.
All right.
Well, I mean, you could say that it's the best duo in the league, but you're also considering that the Rams duo was injured last year. Cooper Kupp wasn't living up to his potential because of his injury. And when it comes to playoff performance, I don't think you can talk about anybody but Cooper Kupp. He led the Rams team to the Super Bowl, and he had the game-winning touchdown when it mattered most, also winning Super Bowl MVP. And also, Puka Nacua proved that he can perform in the playoffs with his performance last year.
Well, I think that Tyreek Hill also has won a Super Bowl, and he did it, yes, he did do it with the greatest quarterback in this generation. But even though he did do it with Patrick Mahomes, he still can perform in the regular season and in the playoffs. And just because they lost last year to the Chiefs in freezing cold temperature, it's not Tyreek Hill's fault that his quarterback can't throw the ball more than 30 yards.
Talking about quarterbacks, DK Metcalf for the last 2 years has had outstanding seasons. You know who's throwing him the ball? Geno Smith. This might be the most unfortunate wide receiver core, because if they had a better quarterback, they could really show out bigger numbers.
All right. That's all we have time for right now. The weather here in sunny Los Angeles, 80 degrees. We'll get back to you next with the best NBA team. Back to you, Shelly.